Hey, Frogs, guess what, Sean?
What?
It's Friday and we're still here.
Woo!
Woo! That's right. The Horned Frogs are alive after taking those. We did say those Swamp Cats were going to leave, didn't we?
Oh, we did.
And
And they left in fashion. I think they left at the 7th inning, actually.
At the 7th inning, I did see them
around.
screaming out. I don't understand the disbelief of the LSU faithful. What's that about?
Well, we certainly know that TCU Horned Frog fans will stay there till the bitter end, even if we're down 8-1.
Maybe that's something that goes on in the SEC. But, the mighty SEC there now, let's see, we've got Arkansas out now.
Arkansas's out.
LSU's out. So
that leaves 2.
That leaves 2. That's
Right.
it. You got Florida, who survived earlier today
And
in
big
their
fashion.
elimination. Big
Yeah,
fashion.
won 10
Which
to
is
5.
a good thing for the Frogs. With us counting on 2 games, we talked about that. How does that help us, Sean?
It's huge. And both Florida and Virginia actually went to their bullpen several times in this game. So that's really going to help out the Frogs. Frogs obviously need to win tonight, go tomorrow, take Vandy out on a Saturday doubleheader between Virginia, Florida, TCU, and Vanderbilt. And that looks pretty good for our bullpen going into hopefully what will be a championship series.
Well, the other night we played this same pitching, and the name of the game was pitching. It absolutely was an unbelievable game put on by the Horned Frogs pitching staff by Alex Young.
Alex Young was amazing. It was actually, if you love pitching, you love pitchers' duels, obviously a game between TCU and Vandy back on Tuesday night was your type of game. Tonight, though, we've got Tyler Alexander going against Walker Buehler. And Buehler is actually, or was, considered the number 2 starter in front of Pfeiffer to begin the season. He started all 14 games that he appeared in for Vanderbilt. He has ERA hovering around 3. He does give up about a hit per inning and about 1 run every 3 innings.
And he has a record of 4-2, is that correct?
4-2. It took him about a month, actually, to get that 4th win at the end of the season, and he hasn't pitched since, I believe, June 1st against Radford in a 21-0 runaway win by Vanderbilt.
Well, it's our hope that Buehler's wheels come clean off today.
I hope so.
Yeah, absolutely. We want that to happen. Let's talk about the Horned Frogs a little bit, because really we didn't see a lot out of Vandy's offense, so there's really not been a lot to see as long as that our pitching has cut it down. Of course, they're probably saying pretty much the same about us, but last night the bats caught on fire again.
Oh, they really did. And talking about Vanderbilt's offense, if you really think about it, Vanderbilt needed 2 swings of the bat to get past both Cal State and TCU in the first 2 games here in College World Series. So when you're talking about offense from Vanderbilt, you're right, we haven't really seen a whole lot, and that may bode very well for TCU in this game, considering the fact that we've got Tyler Alexander on the mound, and Vanderbilt's going to have their hands full.
Short leashes tonight for TCU. We don't expect trouble out of Alexander, but if it is a short lease, I think there's a possibility we could maybe see a mid-reliever in there, but I think there's a chance they may even have to jump up Preston Morrison in there if we got into a desperate measure.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm kind of surprised Preston Morrison is not starting for TCU in this particular game. I understand wanting to keep him for a possible Saturday game, but I think Preston's chomping at the bit, ready to go. But as far as relievers go, Tico only threw 36 pitches last night. He's obviously good for probably another inning or 2 worth of work, especially if it only takes him 3 balls for every out that he actually throws. On top of that, you got Brian Howard, who's available, as well as pretty much everybody except for Young.
You got Travis Evans, you got Trey Loff available, and you got a very, very fresh Riley Farrell.
Absolutely.
And so, we've got a lot of help out there. Of course, we got to play to win this one. They even have a hope at tomorrow. I guess tomorrow we may have to come out and put Scout on the mound.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully
That's
not.
right.
I think we'll
But I
be
tell you
fine.
what, there wouldn't be a tougher competitor out there.
No, I tell you what, Evan
mean-
Scout, this has been a coming out party for the freshmen, and it's been an absolutely fantastic thing to watch.
He is. He's been incredible. And then to see One-Hagen last night. Now, if you're at West Virginia, they don't say One-Hagen. They say Tyler One-Hunyon. And so everybody said we either have a Native American player that Connor Wanhunyan or an Asian player. Wanhunyan.
Wanhunyan?
Wanhunyan. Yeah, but
All
anyway.
right.
But whatever his name is, which we know it is Wanhunyan, what a terrific freshman year he's having. And you saw a clutch piece of hitting last night when he went to the opposite field late to really secure the win.
Yeah, fantastic outing by both freshmen, really, if you really think about it, both in Scoug and in Wanhunyan. And I tell you what, we talked about a little bit about this. You did, actually, during our locker room interviews. And when you asked Wanhunyan, it's like, you're a freshman, but don't you feel like you're kind of almost a sophomore, junior at this point with the senior leadership of this particular team and the experiences getting here? And it's been absolutely fantastic. You couldn't ask for anything better out of a freshman.
And they're absolutely having a blast at it while they're doing it. They're having fun. One point of emphasis here, Cody Jones. Cody, although he's been able to get on base a couple of times, whether it's been hit by the pitcher or walk, he has not come up with any hits of significance. So we still have that explosive factor that is due there. And, we went against one of the best catchers in America last night and could not steal a base.
Well, I tell you what, Civic really did show us why he was runner-up in Johnny Bench Award. He was fantastic. His arm was on fire last night. There was nothing the Frog base runners could have done. And even the base runners that we wanted to get on finally late in the game weren't able to actually reach second base. But we're not going to see that tonight with Vanderbilt too much.
Right.
Of course, when it comes to Vandy, the idea here for Tyler Alexander is to keep those base runners off the bases. I think we've got a shot, especially if we can keep those top of the order off the bases. Tyler Alexander, though, he's been calm, he's been cool, he's been collected the last couple times we've seen him. We need that here again tonight.
Yeah, and I thought it was pretty funny last night. The LSU, at the end of the game, they did the plays of the game. Yep. And there were 3 plays of the game. They were all SU. It was the catch behind the back by the pitcher, the catch against
Scout. What a corn dog move that
was.
was.
Right. Scout, them catching Scout's nearly home run on the wall. And then really one of the prettiest plays I've seen all year by their shortstop up the middle, getting that ball and throwing out. Who was that? Derek Odell?
It was Odell, yeah. And, hit right up the middle.
Absolutely.
Beautiful spin move, throw to first base, and that was deep.
It was deep out of the infield. But I thought what was amazing with them having all 3 of those in order, what happened is we still busted them.
We did.
Absolutely.
Fantastic game.
Fantastic game. Well, we're going to be getting ready here. We've got about 45 minutes. Yep. The guys are out here warming up. They're getting the field ready. And let's get ready for some Frog baseball and another win, so we'll be back here tomorrow.
Let's do it.
All right. Go Frogs.
Go Frogs.